Another cold, clear dawn. The track headed south in the swales for about 40 kilometres, before turning west and heading across the dunes. The lead riders pulled out about a 5 kilometre lead while I was playing with the drone. I had a lot of fun chasing them down over the next couple of hours, finally catching them just before we turned west. Within a few hundred metres of the turn, we encountered the first proper dune of the trip, and it was a monster. Some dunes we could clear with a slow, steady grind. Some needed a fast spin and a big effort right at the crest to clear them. Some, you just had to walk. Every dune was a unique challenge. But every dune also had its own reward. Sometimes a pause and a drink, sometimes the view, and sometimes just a fun descent.
Classic Simpson desert kind of riding now. Big dunes, big swales, and it's been a beautiful morning of riding. It was friggin' cold this morning, under 2 degrees, a lot of frost on swags and stuff like that. So yeah, the first couple of hours were pretty chilly on the bike. I'm layered up and I'm peeling layers off as it slowly warms up. But yeah, lovely day riding.
Words can't let them bring you down. Still, silence will drown the sound. Nobody knows where the wind will blow. How can they tell what the future holds?
Sunrise in the desert. Well, here we are, guys. We're riding together today, which is pretty cool. The lovely Jenny's going to be driving the narwhal, assisted by Dude. And we're headed down to Popple's Corner today. Should be fairly straightforward, 37-ish kilometres for a short riding day and Christmas in July. Woohoo! Merry Christmas! Is it July?
It's still June.
Yeah, it's still, I think it's still June. I don't know. How many days have we been here?
4 or 5.
Here's our trusty support team coming through. There goes the green goddess. We're finally starting to get a bit of warmth out of the sun. It was minus 1.9 this morning. A little bit frosty. I can't feel my toes.
Certainly does. No. I thought I'm driving you back here with one hand on the dog.
Yeah, we do a bit of that too.
Oh, he's getting the laugh. Oh, good. All right, I better keep going.
Yes. All right, enjoy.
Yeah, all good.
Hey dude. That was a great ride.
It was beautiful out there this morning, watching the sun come up and the dunes and amazing.
Ron's already showered, by the way.
Oh yes, and wash my hair, like the luxury of a hair wash on a trip like this.
So yeah, we've done a 40k run. We're now pretty much at Popple's Corner, just a little bit north, so that we stay in the Northern Territory and out of national parks because of this guy.
Yep.
And now, what is it?
Christmas.
Christmas in July.
In June.
In June. Is it? If it's June, I don't know.
It's June. Yeah.
So yeah, everyone here is contributing a dish. There's a lamb roast going on. There is a turkey on a spit.
Yes.
We're doing a bunch of roast veggies and a tartiflette in the camp oven, which is like potatoes and bacon and cheese and all kinds of delicious things.
So good.
And there'll be a few beverages.
Yes. Secret Santa. So everyone
yes, Secret
scavenged
Santa.
something from their supplies to wrap up for Secret Santa.
Yeah, so it has to be something not handmade due to a previous incident that we probably can't tell you about on family-friendly television.
Yep.
And yeah, something you haven't bought. It's something has to be wrapped up, has to have their name marked on it.
Yep.
And because this was done at last minute, no one's bought anything because there's nothing to buy. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
It will be. I mean, we're obviously the best supplied out here. We live in the truck, so, you know. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a laugh tonight, I think.
Yeah, should be good. We'll show you some footage of that as it happens.
So Christmas dinner is underway. We've got our whole pumpkin that's got bacon, fat and spices inside. We've got our buttered sweet potatoes over here to go on the fire. And then we've got the starts of our tartiflette here, which is just oily, salty, potatoey goodness, really.
With bacon.
With bacon. So Ben's about to head over to the fire and we'll chuck all of this on and get it cooking ready for dinner time.
I'll do this one first.
Thing. Oh fuck. I'm concerned about that pumpkin. The drop bear.
How goes the turkey, Mr. Canless Eye?
So we've had the 3 hours in tin foil. I know 2 hours to brown. I think it's already cooked. Hey, dog. So I think I'm going to eke out my charcoal.
Excellent. Oh, it's browning up.
Final bit of stoke.
Got brown there already, look at that.
Yeah.
How did Christmas in July come to be a thing out here, Alan?
Out here, well, July is a thing anyway, isn't it? Because you're a pop. And it's got to be cold when you have Christmas. All this hot sun is completely wrong. And then out here, well, the first one was canning.
Right.
So we're in Derby Springs. Yeah, and a day off the bike, a day getting your bum repaired while you have some good food. So that was the idea.
Sounds good.
And we've stuck with it ever since.
We've been good boys and girls.
Oh, yeah.
What's the present?
Oh, Santa.
Richard.
In his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away.
Here we are at Lake Popple for sunrise. We got about an 18-kilometre haul up the lake, should be nice and fast. Let me turn east towards Birdsville, onto the QAA line and some pretty big dune action, so that'll give us a bit of excitement for the day. But for now, just enjoying the lake.
We're onto the QAA line proper now, and the riding's getting harder. The dunes are bigger, softer, and the temperature is rising.
Good work, mate.
Morning.
Morning.
The QAA line is the final common track for every other track through the desert, and there's a lot of traffic here.
Send it, Pete.
As we get further east, the dunes get bigger and bigger. In theory, so do the swales, but it never seems to feel like it.
No, she blows! That's Big Red, guys. Been waiting a while for this one. Other guys will be up here in a minute.
Here we are. Penultimate. Big and it's red and it's cheesy.
Sight for sore eyes indeed. Sore asses. Oh, dude. What are you doing, Bron?
I am getting ready for Big Red. I'm dropping down to 14 PSI and just gonna conquer it in one go.
There it is.
Tell you what, it's a nice smooth ride. Everyone else is gutsing it up. I'm like, it's a doddle, guys.
With only a short ride into Birdsville the next day, the ride was nearly over. We'd successfully crossed the desert by bike and ridden the Hay River track. We celebrated with cocktails on Big Red at sunset. It was about this time, though, that we noticed Dude acting a bit odd. By dinner time, he had a fever of over 41 degrees and was profoundly lethargic and refusing food. We headed into Birdsville to try and find a vet, or at least enough phone reception to call one. It turns out the nearest vet was in Mount Isa, a lazy 700-kilometre drive away. We grabbed a few hours sleep and left before dawn, racing for the Isa to get Dude to safety.